Alrighty, doing an oil change on the van here. I think it's my third or fourth oil change with a valvoline restore and protect. 10,000 miles on this oil change. I'll be cutting the filter open at the end of the video, show you what that looks like. But I talked to Walmart where I bought this filter on sale, and I also got a couple of the extra guards, you know, the orange can for $3, and then 3 of these, and asked them what is going to replace at Walmart Fram and the SuperTech, because SuperTech is also apparently made by First Brands, because they disappeared as well. They told me later this summer Pure Later is coming in. So Pure Later picked up that contract. Now, for those of us that like Fram, like I said, I've been running them 30 years. That's what my dad ran before me, and his dad, and an engine builder I know. A racer. He raced with them. He ran them on his personal vehicles. We've seen this happen before, where a parent company goes bankrupt and they go through a restructuring, and then the brand will come back. However, because it's taken so long that now Walmart is out of stock on almost all their Fram stuff, at least ways around the Kansas City metro area. You can't get any at O'Reilly's, you can't get any off Rock Auto, Amazon. Everybody's running out of stock because this has taken so long. It's going to hurt whoever buys Fram, or however the restructuring of First Brands works out. So Fram will be back. They'll never have the market share they had before. They'll never be as popular, I'm sure. I mean, their popularity declined because of 1 year back in early 2000 when they had a few quality control issues, which every manufacturer has from time to time. So that's what I've learned on that front. I suspected it was going to happen. My local Walmart couldn't tell me nothing. I had to go to one in Kansas City to get that information. All my local Walmart knew was for their oil changes in the shop, they were using Pure Later, but they had no idea what was going to happen out on the sales floor. So there's where Fram's at. As far as oil, yeah, oil's going to get a little bit more expensive here for the next little while. This is Memorial Day weekend right now. And, yeah, it's going to get a little bit more expensive. There's going to be a little bit less. Mr. Global went into it better than I can, because he's an expert. I'm just a guy who likes to do maintenance and listen to Lake Speed and Mr. Global and stuff like that, trying to keep an eye, so to speak, on what's going on and around. But so yeah, the van here's got 285,000 miles. This oil change is 10,000 miles. And here in a minute, we'll cut open the filter. Alrighty, just finished up. Gonna check the oil. Like I said, just came off 10,000 mile oil change. This engine has 285.4 something on it. And that is how clean the engine is. I can barely see the oil level right there. And we have to run this sucker like 40 or 50 miles before you really start to see a change in oil color. I gotta put half a pint, or a pint, in this. Okay, this is the oil filter off the van there. You can see that's just 3/4 of a turn for, that's how much I pushed that down. You can see right there, just barely I compressed it. And that's just 3/4 of a turn after the gasket makes contact with the mating surface. Again, orange can, 10,000 miles. I do not recommend 10,000 mile intervals, but sometimes it happens. Unfortunately, you guys have to watch me cut it open because I don't know how to do the speeding up thing. Hey, what do you know? The parts everybody says fail every time are intact. Drain back valve is still nice and supple. Bypass and spring assembly looks good. Let's see what we get. Kind of see where the magnet was on the bottom of the can. Right in here. I mean, definitely seeing a lot worse oil. I mean, I don't never recommend that kind of length. A little bit of sludge on the bottom. Again, this is an extremely long oil run for me. No pleats collapsed. That one came the closest. Now, I got to mentally figuring up. I had one pickup I personally put 400,000 miles on. I ran this exact filter on it. It was a Dodge D150 for 318. I quit driving it. The engine had over 500,000 miles and was in great shape. The body of the truck was done. 2 timing chains, two transmissions. Had a other one with 360. I bought it at 180 and quit driving at 240. I do like their centerpiece with the holes versus what Purelator does with these little bitty louvers. I'm not seeing anything shiny reflecting back at me in the sun. I didn't expect there to be with this vehicle. You can see it's catching stuff right here on these pleats. You can kind of see it. There's some sludge and stuff right there. I moved around with my finger. But yeah, hate to see this American company go bankrupt, but it's happening. Or it happened, I should say. These are good filters. Anyways, like I said, I've got somewhere right around 1 million miles on this style filter. This color, the extra guard. Even before they called it an extra guard, they just called it a Fram PH8A. That's what I started running back in the early 90s, was the Fram. And we got a pickup sitting here, it's got 200,000. My father-in-law bought it when it had 60. It's had exclusively Fram on it. The engine's fine, timing chain, and then transmission went out on it. The van's got 285. We've put 200,000 on it. So like I said, I've got over 1 million miles on the Fram filters themselves, and I've never, ever had an issue. The odds would be against me if they were bad filters. Anyways, thanks for watching.